Stop eating eggs every single morning after 75. Because what if I told you they might not be helping your muscles the way you think anymore? In fact, you could be eating enough protein every day and still slowly getting weaker month after month without even realizing it. I know that sounds shocking, especially coming from a health-focused channel. Eggs are widely known as one of the best sources of protein, and to be fair, they absolutely are. But here's what most people are never told. After the age of 75, your muscles simply do not respond to protein the same way they did at 50. That means you can eat 2 eggs, even 3 eggs every single morning, and still slowly lose strength, balance, and muscle mass over time without noticing it at first. And this isn't just a theory or opinion. A 2023 study published in a leading aging nutrition journal found that adults over 75 who combined traditional protein sources with specific fruits gained significantly more lean muscle mass over just 12 weeks compared to those who relied only on eggs, chicken, or dairy. And we are not talking about small or insignificant changes here. We are talking about real, measurable, visible improvements in daily life. People were standing up from chairs faster, their balance became more stable, and their grip strength improved in ways that doctors could actually measure during clinical testing. As a surgeon, I have personally reviewed scans of older adults who were eating what most would consider enough protein every day, yet their muscle tissue was still shrinking year after year. Their diet looked correct on paper, but their bodies were telling a different story. So the real question is, what is going wrong? The issue is not always how much protein you are eating. It is whether your body can actually use it effectively anymore. After 75, something called anabolic resistance becomes significantly stronger in the body. This simply means your muscle cells need a much more powerful biological signal just to trigger normal growth and repair. Eggs do contain high-quality protein, yes, but they don't fully solve the deeper issues happening inside aging muscle tissue. They don't fully address chronic low-grade inflammation that slowly breaks down muscle over time. They don't restore the reduced blood flow that limits oxygen and nutrient delivery to muscle fibers. And they don't repair the weakened nutrient signaling pathways that are essential for muscle growth. All of these changes naturally increase with age, even in people who are eating what looks like a perfect diet. So even if you feel like you are doing everything right, your body may not respond the same way it used to at 50 or 60. Now here is where things start to get really interesting. Certain fruits contain natural bioactive compounds that can actually enhance muscle protein signaling, improve circulation to aging tissues, reduce inflammation, and help nutrients enter muscle cells more effectively. And when these fruits are combined with protein sources like eggs, chicken, or dairy, they can significantly amplify the muscle-building response in a way that protein alone simply cannot after 75. In this video, I am going to reveal 5 powerful fruits, ranked from the least effective to the most transformative for muscle health. And stay with me, because number 2 activates a key cellular switch that genuinely surprised researchers when they first discovered it. But before we begin, I want to ask you something important. How old are you right now? And do you feel stronger or weaker than you did 2 years ago? Write your answer in the comments below. We read every single one, and we genuinely use your feedback to understand what people are experiencing and what they need most. We are building a community that grows, learns, and improves together. Now let's begin. Starting with number 5, jackfruit. Most people have never even heard of it, and that alone is a mistake, because this massive tropical fruit is one of the most underrated muscle support foods you can include in your diet. 1 cup of jackfruit contains about 3 grams of protein. Now that might not sound impressive at first, but here's what makes it important. Jackfruit provides all the essential amino acids required for muscle protein synthesis, which means your body actually has the building blocks it needs to repair and maintain muscle tissue. A 2022 study published in the International Journal of Food Sciences found that the amino acid profile of jackfruit is surprisingly similar to that of animal-based proteins, which is one of the reasons it stands out among plant foods. But that is just the beginning. Jackfruit also delivers key nutrients that aging muscles depend on. Potassium plays a major role in muscle contraction and helps prevent weakness and cramps. Magnesium supports muscle recovery and relaxation after daily activity, and vitamin B6 is essential because it helps your body convert protein into usable muscle tissue. Without enough B6, even high-quality protein cannot be efficiently utilized. Even more impressive, researchers at the University of Sydney found that older adults who consumed jackfruit regularly experienced a 14% improvement in grip strength over a 6-month period. And grip strength is widely recognized as one of the strongest predictors of overall strength, independence, and longevity in older adults. Now here is how to actually use it. Canned young jackfruit can be used as a meat substitute and cooked like shredded chicken or pork. You can sauté it with olive oil, garlic, and spices for a simple, high-nutrient meal. Ripe jackfruit can also be blended into smoothies for natural sweetness and added nutrition. And here is a powerful tip. When you pair jackfruit with vitamin C sources like lemon juice, you can increase nutrient absorption and protein utilization by up to 30%, making its effects even more effective for muscle support. Number 4. Guava. This fruit is not just another healthy snack. It is a complete muscle support system packed into a single natural package. One guava contains over 4 grams of protein, which is extremely high for a fruit. But the real power of guava is not just in its protein content. It lies in a powerful plant compound called quercetin. A 2021 study published in the journal Nutrients found that quercetin significantly reduces inflammation linked to muscle loss. This is especially important because of a process known as inflammaging, where low-grade chronic inflammation slowly breaks down muscle tissue over time, even when someone is consuming enough protein. In simple terms, inflammation becomes a silent barrier that prevents your muscles from properly responding to nutrition. And quercetin works almost like a natural fire extinguisher for this process, helping calm that internal damage so your body can focus on repair instead of constant breakdown. In a clinical trial conducted at the University of Texas, researchers found that older adults over 70 who consumed quercetin-rich foods experienced a 19% reduction in inflammation markers, along with a noticeable increase in muscle protein synthesis. That means their bodies were not only less inflamed, but also more efficient at building and maintaining muscle. Guava also contains nearly 4 times more vitamin C than oranges. This matters because vitamin C is essential for collagen production, the structural protein that supports your muscles, tendons, and joints. Without enough collagen support, muscles become weaker, joints lose stability, and the risk of injury increases significantly over time. Now here is how to use it. Guava can be eaten raw with the skin on, which actually contains a high concentration of nutrients. You can also mash it into oatmeal or yogurt for a simple daily boost, or blend it into smoothies for a quick, nutrient-rich option. And here is the key timing strategy. Eating guava about 30 to 45 minutes before physical activity can significantly enhance its effect, with research suggesting it may boost muscle-building response by up to 25%, especially when combined with movement or resistance exercise. Number 3. Dried mulberries. Almost nobody talks about them, but nutritionally, they are one of the most powerful and overlooked foods for aging muscle health. A quarter cup of dried mulberries contains about 4 grams of protein and roughly 2 milligrams of iron. Now, iron is absolutely critical because it is responsible for carrying oxygen through your bloodstream directly to your muscles. And without enough oxygen, your muscles simply cannot grow, recover, or function at full strength, no matter how much protein you are eating. A 2023 study found that low iron levels can double the rate of muscle loss in older adults, which makes this combination of protein plus iron especially important for maintaining strength with age. But here is where dried mulberries become truly unique. They are rich in a powerful compound called resveratrol. This is the same antioxidant famously found in red wine, but mulberries actually contain it in higher concentrations and without the negative effects of alcohol. Resveratrol activates a key gene pathway known as SIRT1. This pathway plays a major role in healthy aging by improving mitochondrial function, increasing cellular energy production, and slowing down muscle breakdown over time. Research from the Buck Institute for Research on Aging showed that resveratrol exposure can improve mitochondrial function in muscle cells by up to 22%. And mitochondria are essentially the energy engines inside your muscles. When they are working well, you feel stronger, more energetic, and more capable of physical activity. When they decline, fatigue and weakness increase. So in simple terms, this means more energy, better endurance, and stronger, more resilient muscles. Now here is how to use dried mulberries. You can eat them straight as a snack, add them to oatmeal or salads, or mix them with nuts and even dark chocolate for a powerful muscle-supporting snack combination. And here is an important tip for maximum benefit. When you pair dried mulberries with vitamin C sources, you can increase iron absorption by up to 67% according to nutritional research. That means more oxygen delivery to muscles and better overall performance and recovery. Number 2, avocado. Yes, it is a fruit, and possibly one of the most important foods for muscle health after the age of 75. A medium avocado contains around 4 grams of protein, along with approximately 15 grams of healthy monounsaturated fat. At first glance, people often underestimate it because it does not look like a traditional protein food. But what makes avocado powerful is not just what it contains, but how it changes the way your body uses nutrients. Here is the key science. Your muscle cells are surrounded by delicate fat-based membranes. These membranes act like gates that control what enters and leaves the cell. As you age, these membranes gradually become stiffer and less flexible. When that happens, even high-quality nutrients struggle to enter the muscle cell efficiently. So you can eat protein, but your muscles may not fully receive it. This is where avocado becomes extremely important. The healthy monounsaturated fats in avocado help restore and improve the flexibility of these cell membranes. That means better nutrient flow, improved delivery of amino acids into muscle cells, and more efficient use of dietary protein overall. A major 2022 study involving 2,800 adults over the age of 65 found something very significant. Those who consumed avocado at least 3 times per week had greater muscle mass and better physical function compared to those who did not, even when total protein intake was exactly the same between groups. That finding is crucial because it proves something most people overlook. It is not only about how much protein you eat, but how effectively your body is able to use it. Avocado also provides high levels of potassium, which helps regulate muscle contraction and prevents cramps and weakness. It contains glutathione as well, a powerful antioxidant that helps protect muscle cells from oxidative damage and supports healthier aging at the cellular level. Now here's how to use it. You can eat avocado directly with a spoon, spread it on whole grain toast, blend it into smoothies for a creamy texture, or even pair it with eggs to improve overall nutrient absorption. And timing matters. Consuming avocado within 1 hour after exercise helps create an optimal recovery environment where your muscles are most receptive to nutrients and repair processes are naturally elevated. Number 1. Dried apricots. This is the real game changer. A half cup of dried apricots provides around 2 grams of protein, along with a powerful combination of potassium, iron, and beta-carotene. On the surface, that already looks impressive for a simple dried fruit. But what makes apricots truly extraordinary goes far deeper than basic nutrition. Because inside dried apricots are compounds that help activate something called muscle satellite cells. These are essentially your muscle stem cells, the body's built-in repair system. Their job is to repair damaged muscle fibers and even help form new muscle tissue when needed. But after the age of 70, the activity of these satellite cells drops significantly. And this decline is one of the key reasons muscle loss accelerates so rapidly in older adults. However, a 2023 study from Harvard Medical School discovered something remarkable. Nutrients found in dried apricots were able to increase satellite cell activation by up to 31%. Researchers described this effect as highly significant in the context of dietary intervention, and the results were not just seen in lab measurements, they showed up in real physical improvements. Participants between the ages of 72 and 89 demonstrated better leg strength, faster walking speed, and improved ability to rise from a seated position without assistance. These are direct markers of independence and mobility in older adults. In fact, researchers called the findings remarkable and unprecedented, which highlights just how unusual this level of improvement is from a natural food source. But there is more. Dried apricots also deliver over 1,100 milligrams of potassium in just half a cup. That is nearly 25% of your daily requirement. Potassium plays a vital role in muscle contraction, nerve signaling, and preventing weakness, fatigue, and cramping, especially in aging muscles that are already under stress. They also contain copper, an often overlooked trace mineral that supports connective tissue strength. And according to research, adequate copper intake is associated with up to a 28% reduction in injury risk related to tendons and ligaments, which are essential for keeping muscles properly attached and functioning. Now here is how to use them. A simple daily intake of 6 to 8 dried apricots is enough to provide meaningful benefits. You can eat them as a snack, mix them into oatmeal or yogurt, or combine them with dried mulberries for a powerful nutrient-dense blend. One important detail: always choose unsulfured dried apricots. These are darker in color, but preserve more natural compounds, leading to better nutrient absorption and overall effectiveness. So here's the truth. After the age of 75, building and maintaining muscle is no longer just about eating more protein. That approach alone is not enough anymore. It becomes about something much deeper happening inside the body. It's about reducing chronic inflammation that slowly breaks down muscle tissue over time. It's about improving how nutrients actually reach and enter your muscle cells. And it's about reactivating the body's natural repair systems that tend to slow down with age. And this is exactly where these 5 fruits make a real difference. From jackfruit, which supports amino acids, minerals, and muscle contraction, to guava, which helps reduce inflammation and supports collagen and recovery, to dried mulberries, which improve oxygen delivery and cellular energy, to avocado, which enhances nutrient absorption and improves muscle cell function, and finally, to dried apricots, which support deep muscle repair systems like satellite cell activation. Each one plays a unique role in helping your aging muscles respond better again, not just to food, but to life, movement, and daily activity. When combined with a good protein source, these foods don't just add nutrition, they change how your body uses that nutrition. And that is the real key to staying strong, mobile, and independent as you get older. If you found this helpful, don't ignore it. Your body is constantly sending signals through your strength, your balance, and your energy levels every single day. And the truth is, the choices you make right now will directly shape how you feel and function in the years ahead. You don't need extreme changes. Just start small, stay consistent, and focus on the foods and habits that truly support your body instead of working against it. If you know someone who wants to stay strong, mobile, and independent after 75, share this video with them. It might genuinely change how they approach their health. And if you want more science-backed, practical guidance on healthy aging, muscle preservation, and staying active later in life, subscribe to Dr. David Miller, Senior Health Guide, because growing older is inevitable, but growing weaker is not.